Swiftly move on to our next match, our fourth match of this Group F here, which will be Nerotheboxer going up against Angrybird. So, these guys have got a significant boost getting their first dubs of the day.
That's right.
But now they've got to ruin someone else's day. That's what they got to do.
Angrybird could be looking at 2-2. For those following along, by the way, Angrybird could be potentially looking at 2-2. Nerotheboxer could be looking at 2-1. So, again, a very, very important W for both of these players here. However, I can't tell you how often I've ever seen both of these two play against each other, if ever. Outside of like the training regimen that they have over at like the hotel setups and whatnot, but Nerotheboxer, man, I'm ever so impressed with how he shows up.
Well, it's going to be a double up here. Angrybird is going up against another Deejay. Different style, which means they're going to have a different philosophy on the drive gauge. The optimization's all the same. That's what we got to worry about as spectators. I'm sure Angrybird has other ideas. Again, he's got to be careful with his medium so-back spacing and his sweep spacing. I'm pretty sure Nerotheboxer will be a little bit more attentive towards the aerial approach Angrybird might take. We'll see. Oh, and he got him again. He loves his buttons into DI in the corner. And that, was that mistimed? That must have been mistimed, sure.
Had to have been. Seems that way.
That let Nerotheboxer out. Oh, what a punish.
Beautifully done. Moving over to the corner now. But no, he backs away.
Try to get a just call in there, air slasher. And Angrybird did that yesterday against Kaba. He's got to be careful doing that against DJs. He does have a projectile as well.
Does get the reset mid-air. We're going to see a big heavy box trick, or not! We're going to get the throw bait, and Nerotheboxer not having to do any sort of strings to get the chip damage going. Angrybird susceptible to the throw bait yet again.
Keeping it firmly on the ground here. Trying to assess the scenario here, not be too scared of DJ's horizontal dominance. Gets the counter hit conversion.
Beautiful link afterwards with the standing line kick.
Back throw instead of forward throw, interesting. I guess it saves meter as well because of its screen carry. Oh, he's really trying to catch the tech, but he was only teching in the corner. Angrybird don't really tech mid-screen.
Oh, it's so very tricky to make that decision to back roundhouse against a jumping fierce like Ken's. An important tech for Nerotheboxer too, the defense.
Trying to catch him with a sweep there. Almost got the jump with the jumping roundhouse, and he still gets hit with the buttons into drive.
The grimace on Jammerz.
He got him, he got him.
Man.
Oh, he didn't! I thought he did it.
He put his hands in the air. He was going airborne completely. Nerotheboxer gets baited with a neutral jump from Angrybird.
He might have been looking to bait a throw, to be honest, and he got something else.
That's fair. How often have you seen Angrybird ever go to a neutral jump to bait it out? Because you could still get jackknife for that.
That's true. That's only if you're confident that he was going to do something else when you were charging. But oh, did you see that back roll back?
I did.
He was ready. Air slashes in. He's burnt out as well. He's only got level 1 and level 3, sorry, not level 2.
Damn.
Not going to spend it yet.
Go for the damage instead.
Yeah, he's got to do like a button into level 3 if he gets the chance. Still waiting it out.
Ooh, the funky slicing does get punished, just in the right spacing. This is more so going to give him not only the life lead, but his gauge back.
Yeah, his dry gauge is open and ready for business again. Nerotheboxer in a precarious scenario here. He still has another level 2, but the first one blocked.
He threw. That was throw animation. That was 100% throw animation.
Was he expecting a drive rush, and then he basically flinched at any sight of movement first of all, but he might have been expecting some sort of ground movement instead, which is probably why the whiff throw came out.
I can't tell you. I genuinely cannot tell you.
All right.
Angrybird, talking about some of the tactics he's used, he's stuck in a lot of things to really throw off Nero's defense. Some of the drive impacts that we've seen thus far, especially in game 1. Let's see if Nero has any sort of answer to that, because those are free. That's just free damage at that point.
Oh, and he starts with a faint jackknife at the start there to really test what Angrybird's looking for in the neutral. That looked like an unsafe sweep, but I like they didn't risk it, even with the light kick punish.
Damn.
Yeah, he's in there.
Angrybird moving forward.
Okay, try to go for a feint there, kind of like a Rashid-esque setup.
Nice way to charge all the way through. And then into the jackknife anti-air on the other side.
Good. Okay. I mean, he probably should look for the knockdown instead. If he's doing stand medium kick, you can depress crouch medium kick, get a better scenario there. There you go, speaking of which. Gonna get the Oki from the OD Shoryuken. There's one throw. And
Backdash read. Into anything though.
Angrybird's not flinching mid-screen. I like his defensive resilience. There's a lot of things he's not flinching towards in mid-screen. No anti-air, he hesitated.
Oh! Oh! What is happening?
Okay, it's a punish counter, but I think he was already commit to the target combo. Gets a grab. He might have to look to try and bait something, but he goes for the frame advantage. Back away. He's got to back away, surely.
Going for a lot of his feints.
Yeah,
he's going for movement from Angrybird, and he gets the snipe out against the startup with the Dragon Lash.
Angrybird is literally not reacting to any of your drive rushes into the just cool. Oh!
Oof, that hurt.
On your dome piece. And
Oh!
the back dash.
And he still got the back throw.
I think Nero tried to throw as well. We might miss time the empty jump to make the back roundhouse anti-air whiff, and he's in another dangerous spot here, Vicious.
Especially after the forward throw. One touch will do it. Angrybird gets the punish counter after the throw. Could do it one more time for the seal. And he does it at least to tie up the rounds. Looking at match point, Angrybird. Both characters, actually, both players, fully stocked up at level 3. The big punish counter off the perfect parry of the fireball.
Dude, he's had a high success rate dealing with that, and a lovely empty jump to make the back roundhouse whiff again.
0 button presses from Angrybird after being airborne.
And another throw. Watch out for the jackknife, and he backs off. There's another one. Nero's scared. He knows any defensive choice he makes is not going to work out here. He needs to get in there. He's still not flinching at that Angrybird. And he made it win!
Another empty jump!
Oh man, that was crazy. You see it there, time and time again. Nero didn't clock onto it. Similar to what we saw with Destroy Gods earlier with Guile. Man, it was crazy. He identified where he was getting the huge damage from, and he said, okay, if I make this whiff, I can land all my damage from there. And in a highly intense scenario like that, especially when Angrybird needs the dub and you need the dub as well, of course you're going to resort to your easy anti-air.
And how often are you thinking about the movement as well? When you see a DJ standing, walking forward or backwards, you got to think to yourself, I was like, all right, I'm a lot safer when it comes to the jump approach because I don't have to fear the jackknife charged up, right? And I think Nerotheboxer kind of felt the same way. He had his hands up in the air. I don't know if you guys got to see that, but he was frustrated. He's like, man, how are these anti-airs whiffing?
Well, the thing is as well, what we have to mention is, again, the matchup knowledge Angrybird has in the matchup. I like how he mixed. There was a fine balance between going aggressive. He landed a lot of successful jump-ins, and then he mixed it up later.
Yeah, right there.
It was
that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it was very hard for Nero to keep up with what's going on, because when he committed to something sometimes, he got landed with a jumping heavy punch. Other times, it was an empty jump, but then it was that neutral jump for me. That neutral jump in the corner into nothing, which avoided the back roundhouse. But then also, there were times where he done no action and he was able to catch a tap parry.
Boom, just like that.
He was able to really snuff out Nerotheboxer's neutral and defensive habits really over time there. It looked like he didn't have to do too much. He kept the game plan very, very simple, despite how subtle and courageous some of these actions were.
It takes so long, too, for a player to really adapt to that kind of thing because we're so used to seeing DJ play in that pocket, hovering around the anti-air space, and if not, they're going to throw in maybe a drive rush, maybe a medium kick. Actually, Nero has done that quite a few amount of times thus far, but him being able to snipe it out and think, all right, I really need to see how much this empty jump is going to hurt him and see how he reacts to it. There was a lot of frustration, as you saw.
But the thing is as well, if we put it like this in layman terms, right, he was almost like a one-trick pony when it comes to offensive gameplay because, again, drive rush into sway, Angrybird wasn't biting. And then when it came to his defensive scenario, defensive tactics, he was still stuck in that one-track mindset where it's just like, okay, I've got to resort to this. Because he actually has pretty good jackknife anti-airs, but I just think it was the angles that Angrybird was jumping at as the set came close to his victory. That was insane to deal with.